everyone, and welcome to Crits and Bits. I have fantastic timing. I
Don't die,
for that.
DB.
It's okay, I'm fine.
It's been a while since we've all been together, which is... It was sad that we weren't together, but it's fantastic that we are now. So, yay!
Hey.
Huzzah.
How's everyone
It's
doing?
called summer schedule.
Summer schedule, yes. And we will talk about that coming up, too. But how is everyone?
Spicy.
Spicy. Do we like spicy? I mean, we like spicy, DB.
Do you?
Yes, it's quite enjoyable.
I will tell you that lots of people have told me that I am very intimidating, and I'm just like, wait, why?
Uh-huh.
And then I get spicy, and I'm like, there it is. I can see it now.
It's
fuck a
true,
lot.
DB. You are very intimidating.
I think I think it's because you're tall and you have the aura of I have no F's left to give.
Yeah, I know
See,
that
yeah.
life.
that
just-
combination?
Yeah.
It is.
I don't even know that
weirdest.
DB is tall. I mean, because I only see DB
He's
on. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've heard this, but I don't know it. But yeah, the no fucks left to give. I am very familiar with that.
It's the I don't know if I should take I'm intimidating as like a oh shit I need to reel myself back
no.
in.
Nope.
I mean it as a
nope.
compliment.
Nope, because as I feel that, as a femme presenting person, that you just do how you do because people are always going to have some shit to say about something.
That is
Yep.
true. Hello, friend. Shy wave back.
Yay, new people. We love seeing new people joining us in chat. Thank you for having us, or for being here with us. Words are hard today. I am on my third Monday of the week. We have
Awful.
just had lots of stuff going on with the day job baloney. So
Monday.
yes, fun times. But you know what is really actually fun? Knitting.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
segues.
I'm gonna argue with that because of what I have to say about
I know.
knitting this time.
Well, I saw Greg holding something up. You want to go first?
Yeah, Greg, what are you working on? Motherfucker.
I'm so scared. No, stop.
Wow, DP's super spicy today. I am here
DP,
for this.
please find my hat acceptable to you, DP. I hope
we'll
you
think
like
about
the
it.
hat. I was inspired by E
Oh,
and all the talk of bobble hats that they have been having, and I decided to knit my own bobble hat, and so I'm working on a bobble hat.
Look at those bubbles.
I
Look
love
at
the
that yarn.
bobbles.
I love
Look-
that color. It's
This
so
yarn,
pretty.
yeah. So this yarn is from the fiber seed. I see them every time I go to a like a yarn event. You know, they're at Carolina Fiber Fest, they're at SAF, and their yarn is so squishy and delightful. And the dyeing, Lindsay does a delightful job dyeing the yarn, and
It's
this
very
one
pretty.
it's like a nice deep maroon, and it's muy excitante. I am very very excited.
It'll be really cool.
Tell
Like,
me.
if we did like a live show, we were just knitting as a live show. That'd be pretty cool.
That's
I
it.
think.
Just sit there and knit together.
Yeah.
And let people watch us.
DP would
IRL
not be
knitting
saying
circle.
a word the whole time because she'll just be 1, 2, 3.
Well,
Oh, I know
well,
some
Greg,
And you
they're
know
numbers.
that
there.
Greg would be telling
I would be punching Greg in the face.
We have to put you on opposite
Really?
sides of the table. Got it.
Yes.
You would do that? You would do that to me? Okay.
Are
DP
we
is
learning
intimidating.
something about? We learning something about Greg? He wants to be punched in the face.
Look, people like what they like, you know.
Happy Pride.
You're not wrong.
We do not shame here.
Usually.
Usually.
So, E, thank you for the inspiration on
Oh, you're welcome.
bobbling.
My throwaway line has become at
Thank-
least 3 hats.
I love
Right.
it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, because this is the
Amazing.
second one I've done. I did
Oh.
one, and then this is the second one. But you said, wait, it's 3 hats?
I'm working on one.
Wait, Greg, did you not know that or were you just segueing?
Come on, look at his face.
Look,
For
I'm a
segue.
professional. I know how to segue, and sometimes I do it properly.
So it's Owen's half bobble hat.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
Bobble
So
on
Wait.
one side, no
Mm.
bobbles on the other. I'm making this pattern up by myself, like a grown up.
Like a
So
girl.
Oh, don't put
So
that
I
on.
I put in a rescue line when I started my decreases because I was very afraid. And a good thing I did too, because the first idea I had for decreases was real dumb and I had to rip it all back.
Was not so
It
effective.
wasn't real dumb. It was just not what you envisioned.
Yes, this is the cone head hat, but it has
Deconed.
taken on a less conical shape.
You learned something valuable.
I did.
Therefore, it was not dumb.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
It was ill-advised, but I did learn something. And now I'm decreasing and it's going much better and I am pleased.
Excellent.
Yay!
And this is leftover yarn from the sweater that I crocheted for my dog.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
You could match.
It could be matchy.
Yes. Matchy matchy.
Matchy, matchy.
Matchy
with the pupper.
matchy.
Does your dog sweater have bobbles?
No, it's crocheted.
Crochet bobbles, can't you?
Yes.
Can
Probably,
you?
but I don't know how.
I made a whole blanket of crocheted baubles, and I will never do that shit again.
You know, one crochet technique I want to learn is that corner to corner blanket thing that people do, and they put like
yes.
cool pictures in it.
That is
Maybe someday.
a lot of
I,
work. Yeah.
Red and I both are like, what?
What? Although, in my opinion, crochet is just witchcraft because I don't understand how
It's just
how
one
a
magic
hook
wand.
can do all of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just the
It's-
one magic stick.
It's the devil.
You know, that sounds less complicated, honestly.
my mom crochets. I do not understand.
I tried it. It hurt my wrist so badly that I couldn't
Mm.
move my hand the next day.
That also, yeah.
People tell me crocheting is not as difficult as knitting, but I can't believe that's true
I can't
because
either.
a machine can knit, but a machine cannot crochet.
Yeah.
True enough.
I would say they are equally difficult in different ways because it took
Yes.
me a long time to learn how to crochet. I just did not get it
Mhm.
until somebody like sat me down and showed me. I tried those like teachers love to crochet books. This was somewhat before YouTube became the tutorial hub, so
Yeah.
I've done a little crochet. I was just looking for my crochet bunny, but I don't seem to have it.
I
oh,
think
here's a knitting thing.
Oh.
Here's a knitting thing. Let me get it out.
He's like,
So-
let me just pull a knitting thing out of my pocket.
We're knitters. It
Which
happens.
which cable needle do y'all prefer?
The
I've
one in
never
your right hand.
I've never cabled,
This one?
so
The curvy one? Yeah, that one.
That
I
one?
prefer to cable without a cable needle because
Well,
I'm
you're
wild.
magical.
Damn it, Danny. Whatever.
But
okay,
that
okay,
is-
wizards.
that is because
Get out of here.
That is because I keep losing cable needles. I could never keep track of them. I would put them down. I would do a cable. I'd put it down, and then it was gone.
That's why you stab it into the work.
True enough.
I mean, stabbing the work is always cathartic anyway. So.
True enough.
So ordinarily, I would also say this one, but for these fiddly little 3-stitch cables I'm doing, this one has been a lifesaver.
I could see that because it
Yeah.
has more of a
Yeah, it like
Hold
holds
them?
it instead of it just
Yeah.
going bloop.
You've been casting magic like me for years. You don't need a spell book. You just do it.
yeah. That's what Danny and Greg just said to us.
that's
They were
what
like,
they said.
"Listen to us, plebes." Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
It's when you transition from wizard to sorcerer. Is that it?
No, it's
Multi-classing?
like it's
Wizard
like
to bard.
it's like being high level enough level wizard. You're just like, I always have a few spells prepared, no
Ah.
matter what.
That's true. That feels about right. Oh, look, someone else blaming Danny. This is
I
for a
mean,
different thing.
it's usually Danny's fault.
It is a hashtag for a reason, Danny.
It is. But this is for a different reason.
I'm waiting for like abominations DB because like that's what I do.
Oh, goodness.
I don't even have a hashtag. Awesome. I'll keep
I have a hashtag. It's just very long, and I don't like repeating it.
I put my bobble on the wrong stitch.
I want to know.
Oh.
Tell me. Text it to me.
It's Tiana is always right, which is one of
Oh,
those things where
yeah.
it's like I don't like
Not
claiming
wrong.
that because that isn't true.
Tiana is always right. And
Well, you're
deep,
not claiming it at all. Others are.
Really not.
yeah. It's not. No, others think you are. How others think I'm intimidating.
Look, as a 6'6" person, I know very well the life of being large and accidentally intimidating.
Yeah, I could see that being a thing because I have the opposite problem.
It's really the short people that you need to be intimidated by.
Yeah, people
They're
just say,
more
"Stop."
spicy.
They
I-
underestimate me.
More rage compacted.
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't want to deal with someone who could potentially be out of my field of vision.
That is something that I have used in SCA fighting.
Like, that's a
I am
real
absolutely not
problem.
kidding. When someone's about your height and they have a shield and I get up close, they cannot see me.
Yeah, like
That's
there
fantastic.
are times that I literally like go, oh man, did I trip over someone? Because like they were in outside my field of vision. It's like being a giant SUV. I'm like, oh, look at that blind spot, which is like here to here below my chest. Like,
They just walk face first into you.
yeah,
There's
they weren't paying attention, and I wasn't either. And I felt bonk on my stomach. I'm like, oh, that's a tiny person.
there's a reason that I whenever I was going to be a teacher that I was like no elementary because they're at perfect knee to head height and I
Yep.
just like accidentally knee them in the face and then oh no, a parent is mad at me because their child was out of sight.
It's their own fault for being small.
Yep.
Obviously.
Those children.
I put a bell on the dog so the dog I can't like trip over the dog. That's because he's constantly underfoot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I accidentally kick my dog in the face more often than I'd like.
I
I-
stepped on my cat, so I get it.
I step on my cats fairly frequently, but if they're going to run in front of me when in the dark,
Yep.
I only want a chance for stepping on a cat because that means no cat.
But
Oh.
no.
when I was having like the really bad back issues and I was sleeping in a recliner downstairs, I had turned off all the lights, was locking up the house because I was the last one to go to sleep because of pain. And I walked over to the recliner and kicked Molly square in the stomach, and she went and claws and teeth into my leg.
Yep.
I was like, I'm so small. Sorry, small little one. Why are you laying right there?
Because it's a cat.
Yes,
Yeah.
because cat. sometimes that
Because
is
it is a warm, comfortable place to lay.
Not the middle of the floor.
No, it's because cat. That's how the cat do.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Love
feels
that.
about right.
I love that little shit, but fuck.
Oh.
So we've got 2 happy knitters with happy hats.
Well, I'm actually not happy anymore because I
Oh.
just realized that I put my bobble on the wrong stitch
Oh,
a round
no.
ago.
Oh no, a
When
round ago.
a round ago, right? And I was like, can I drop down and fix it?
No.
Probably, but my eyes are still a little bit dilated from when I went to the eye doctor
Oh
today,
fuck.
which
no.
is which
Makes
is
it a
when
lot
I
harder.
yeah, and that's when I put the bobble on the wrong stitch. So knitting while your eyes are dilated, not
Don't
the
do it.
smartest thing. Yeah. So now I'm tinking back, like 150 stitches or whatever
Oh.
to get to my bobble to fix it. Because it's going to be a sample for the photo sample for when I write a pattern about it for real. And so I want it to look exactly
Yeah,
right.
you want it to be just right.
If it
I've
wasn't
got one
that,
boo-boo
it
in
would
mine. It'll be fine.
One little boo boo. That's the thing though, is
a maker's mark.
Yes.
you can just like
One extra small bobble.
fake it. Because I've had the knitting fall off my needles twice now.
We need to get you needle guards.
I have them. I just don't use them because I'm a stupid.
You are not a stupid.
I have swapped out to nothing but wood needles because like I have some metal needles and they just like
Slide. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what I need to try.
Wood needles? Or
Well, for my, I am swearing a lot at this project.
Yeah.
what are you can you
Tell
talk
us about your
what you're working on?
project.
Sure, I'll tell you about my project. This
That
is
I
going
know about.
to be a lovely
Oh, pretty.
shawl one of these days.
such beautiful yarn.
Using the Celestrium pattern that is on. Yeah, that.
Yes.
And
yes.
Danny
you're
was
starting that.
yeah,
Yes,
and Danny was
yes.
sweet enough to actually like get these caked up for me. They're beautiful. The wool is so soft and
They're
wonderful.
gorgeous.
The problem is that starting circular knitting on double point needles is the actual devil.
Yeah.
So that is what this is, or what it is going to be, because I have to start with the bead on the string, because that's the
Yes.
North Star.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I messaged Danny and said help, and then I was like, I can't do this the circular cast on thing that they want me to do for it. I'm just going to cast on with my usual cast on because it's sturdier. And then I was like, how the hell do I work in this tiny little space with effectively 4 needles?
Yeah.
That is a mood because I am also terrible at double
double point.
Double point needles.
Double point.
Thank you. My brain was like, those are not the right words. They are.
But they were.
Yes. Danny helped me start socks. I had to take the socks out
Oh.
because
That's all right.
I went the wrong direction.
Oh.
Fucking stupid. Ugh. Also, never knit when you're super tired. You always fuck up.
No, there's always just regret.
Regrets.
This is where Greg and Daniel are like, actually, I've knitted four.
I've knitted for 12
sleep.
months with no sleep.
Now,
So I'll actually say, as a podcaster with a knitting podcast, knitting when you're drunk or tired or dilated eyes makes for excellent podcast
It
content
does.
when you talk
Oh,
about how stupid you are
Yeah.
to do it.
it does make good content, but if you're not trying to make content, maybe avoid knitting when you are not at full capacity.
So, Dark.
As the person who knits in the dark in the movie theater.
Yeah, no, Danny.
What's wrong with that?
Wait.
Wow,
Hold, pause.
Greg.
What?
These two motherfuckers that I am sitting between on the Zoom call, but not on the fucking Twitch stream, these two can knit with their fucking eyes closed. We could blindfold these guys and they'd be able to do it.
Goddamn.
Yeah, no, I
6-path knitting motherfucker.
I remember Danny saying this is how long the D&D movie was, showing it on her knitting.
Right? And that was before they brought it to like Paramount Plus.
Yeah, no, I did that in the theater. But that is something that I specifically taught myself to do because, gosh, it's almost 10 years ago now. I was in Chicago for a work thing. And one of the things I do when I go places is I try to find a yarn store. Sometimes it doesn't work, like when I went to San Diego and I was supposed to be there like 8 hours before I actually got there. So I didn't get a chance to. But like I'll try to go to find a yarn store and found one in Chicago that I love. And I've been there every time I've gone to Chicago. But the first year that I went, a woman came in with her knitting and was talking to the person at the front and said, I did something wrong. Can you help me figure it out? And the person at the counter said, oh yeah, I see it. And like dropped down a couple of stitches, picked them back up and got it back to place and said, here you go. And she said, great, thanks. And headed out. And then I was chatting with the person at the counter and they mentioned that woman is blind.
Wow.
And that's why she needed help with the problem because she couldn't see to fix the stitches, but she can feel the knitting. And so she knits. It sounds like she knit as much as I do. And I'm like, okay, if a blind person can knit, I can learn to knit in the dark. Plus that means that when I inevitably get old and get cataracts and I can't see properly, I can still knit. So that's why I decided to teach myself and force myself to learn to knit in the dark.
That's really cool. Like
it was amazing.
I was not expecting that. But
and it wasn't like it was just like a plain old scarf. It was like a sleeve of a sweater or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I will say one of the things that I managed to do is a friend of the family started knitting a baby blanket. Mm-hmm. And they fucked up somewhere. And they look at my dad and go, hey, do you knit? And he goes, no, my dad does a lot of crafts. My dad does a lot. He crochets, he makes costumes, like he does all of that stuff. Woodworking, the whole thing. He's never learned how to knit. Whatevs.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of other stuff on his plate.
Right. But he goes, Rachel's learning to knit. Sorry, DB's learning to knit. Oh no, people know my real name now.
You doxed yourself.
Shit. But she can help you. Didn't tell me. She just shows up at the house and goes, help. And I went, what am I doing? And she goes, well, I've messed up and I don't know what I did. And basically what she did was not count correctly and then just kept going. So I had to take everything out and go back.
Oh dear.
And yeah, it wasn't that bad. Like it was an easy fix, but I was like, Dad, stop volunteering me for shit.
You need to tell me.
You know what's bullcrap? The Russian join. I hate this.
I was like, what is that? I still hate Purl 2 through the back loop.
Yeah.
Purl 1 through the back loop is hard enough. Purl 2, fuck all y'all.
Well, okay.
I'm gonna blame Greg. I think Greg made that stitch. He looks devious enough to do it.
I don't know that he looks old enough to have been the one to do that.
He does to me. No, just
DB!
God damn!
Wow!
Spicy DB.
Hello, 911. I'd like to report a murder.
DB's like, all of those people born in the 70s look old to me.
Brat.
Damn.
Isn't it past your bedtime, young lady?
Look, a third of our
no.
podcast was born in the 70s. You gotta be cool.
a third.
Really?
Yeah.
Third.
Oh, two of you. Yes, got it.
Okay.
My brain can have.
A third,
There's
not a half.
No way.
You know.
Can confirm DB was not. And I'm like, there's no way either Hollow or Tiana were.
Nah.
So Danny,
That would be half.
it's the old people who understand how to do the math.
Yeah, there you go. Because you
What does that make me?
you already have these calculators in your pocket.
The kids with the new math and shit. What?
I will say, bringing things back around to knitting, I was just looking at the Celestrian pattern again and noted that it did not say I have to use double point needles to start things. So now I have found the shortest cable that is made for circular needles, and I'm going to see if that works.
Those are hard to work with.
I hate double point needles. I hate them so much. And if they are required for socks, there's no one that I love enough, including my girlfriend, to make socks for her.
No, you can learn Magic Loop.
Look, Magic Loop is not that bad.
Fuck! It isn't. Listen, you taught me everything I need to know about knitting except Magic Loop on the internet with me, and I can't figure it out.
They also make small circumference circular needles, which is what I use.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, apparently the smallest is 9 inches according to the interwebs. So I have.
You can also get 8-inch because I have tiny feet, and so I have 8-inch circulars because 9 inches is gonna make really baggy socks for me.
That's fair.
Cause tiny feet. It's fine though.
Yeah, eventually, Danny, I'm going to have you in the same room again, and I'll actually make you show me the stuff like Magic Loop.
Absolutely,
It was so close this year. We almost got you over here.
I was so close. I wish timing had worked out a little better, but stupid job doing the jobbing.
You know, they do that.
And I considered
capitalism
doing the rental car thing again, but that was going to be a long drive.
It is a long drive. I've done that drive. It's long.
Yeah. Yeah, long drive is long.
Mm-hmm.
But we will have opportunities. We got opportunities.
We do.
A brewing.
Yes.
A brewing.
Things a brewing.
Or, casting on.
Ooh. Paula, what are you working on?
Well, I was gonna start a new scarf, but this pattern looks really weird.
Do it.
Weird, like it's going to drive you up the wall to do it, or
no, just like they've abbreviated everything different than most of the patterns I've read.
So was it originally in a foreign language?
Maybe.
Because those are always fun.
Yeah, I think this is casting on for 44 stitches. That makes sense. Maybe?
Is it CO?
It is so it's abbreviated CO and then dot ST before the 44, that seems wrong.
That's bass backwards, my friend.
Unless it is a different language.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the knitting part translates fairly well without the rest of the language being weird. And sometimes
as someone who translated a pattern from Spanish, it can be a time.
Yes. I would imagine so.
DB, what you working on? Oh, I'm sorry. I cut you off there.
I was just going to ask if Hollow had any yarn picked out for it.
Yeah, I got this Ravelry red.
Ooh, very pretty.
I'm big into red lately.
A lot of people working in red right now. Even I'm working in
blue.
Red.
Wait,
yeah. Well, like 3 of us are working in some shade of red.
Oh,
that would be half. Only half of us.
God damn it.
I just want, before I talk about what I've been working on, I want to apologize.
Don't you dare.
I feel so bad because I was super spicy and I'm like, you know what? I need to reel it back in just a little.
Nah. Eat that sucker further.
Oh, I feel so bad. I try very hard not to be that spicy, but here we are.
In our defense, we were warned.
We were expecting it tonight, so it's cool.
My job has made me very spicy.
I mean, hell, it's even in your name on the Zoom that you are a more spicy DB.
Yeah, but I feel bad.
And in our defense, some of us might be needling you a little bit. So
It's always you, Greg.
Not
Always.
needling.
No,
I'm just saying, you're my best frenemy. So,
never had a best frenemy, so here we are.
There we go.
Aww.
Usually my friends just take advantage until we're not friends anymore.
Wow. That got really sad.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of trauma.
Dude.
Yeah. Anyway,
Do you want to unpack that, or you just want to talk about knitting?
I don't think our fucking chat needs to know how many
Fair
deep-seated issues I have.
Just putting the offer out there if you wanted to.
You remember the Shaw I was gonna finish before
Before Mother's Day?
Ren Fair?
Before Ren Fair. Okay, yeah.
Before Ren Fair. Guess what? I didn't get done. Hey!
When is Ren Fair?
Ren Fair is gone.
Ah.
does
It
Ren Fair
was-
come back?
It does every year.
Greg.
No, he is
Greg.
correct.
He is.
I know,
I'm
but
thinking
I can't.
about Joey's project.
I can't. What's Joey's project?
It's
a-
way back in my
Oh.
my former podcast co-host kept making a scarf for his son that didn't get finished in time, and eventually mail it to me to finish for him so that I could send it back to him.
Ah,
But you don't even have to go back to Joey. You can also think back to Greg's projects where he has knitted stuff for his wife,
yeah.
birthday, then Valentine's Day, then Christmas, then the next birthday.
I don't want to keep saying that these things come
Do it.
back around. No, because I want to be able to finish the things.
Well, do that too.
Finish
Yeah,
the things.
Finish the things.
The never-ending scarf I'm gonna have to give up on. That is just gonna be a thing that I slowly work on but never have an end date for, because
That's
at
okay.
this point
It is massive.
it's taller than I am. Almost taller than Ernest is. Like
That's a problem.
yeah.
That's a lot of scarf.
Doctor Who scarf.
It is
Yes.
yeah. It's a
You
very
wrap it around yourself several times. It saves you from getting lost in the TARDIS halls.
It also saves you from Ohio winters.
There you go.
Minimum
but-
length of a scarf should be your height.
Yeah.
That's where you start.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
That's amazing to know. So, I'm still working on the shawl. I'm still working on the never-ending scarf. I'm going to be working because I got a pattern for, and I think it'd be really nice for Ren Fair. It's basically like a water bottle sling, where it'll wrap around certain sizes of water bottles. And as we were at Red Fair, we just had a plastic bag full of water bottles, and I was like, this is awful. So I want to make these for
Water bottle bandolier.
yeah, basically. Yeah.
Nice.
I found it on that was a hand motion.
It was.
As soon as I made it, I was like, that is not appropriate.
You know what?
Someone's gonna clip that.
yeah. But I'm gonna be working on that, I think, pretty soon so that I can get them all done, because I have to make like 3 of them. It's really cute. I found a pattern of it on Ravelry. So if anybody wants it, I'll send you a link.
Drop it in the Discord.
I
There we
will.
go.
I will when we go on break, because I don't want to be like click clacking and all that. But yeah, so I'll be making some of those in various colors. And then I've been drawing a lot. That's been my outlet right now. Ren is is making a face because they got the calendar to everybody now.
It's a fantastic calendar.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even got it to Danny, which was the one that was a little harder to
I'm so
get things
glad.
to.
And I think you guys have extras, because I was like, here is just a shipment.
Yep. I can legitimately just like look over and see them where they sit on top of the dead terrarium.
Yeah, I was just like, do what you will. It just felt weird sending an odd number of them, so I was like, 10 here.
That is fine.
Yeah. But
Okay.
sorry, chat very much distracts me all the time. Hello, I am the moderator for our chat, so I have to look
Sorry.
See what's happening all the time. No, it's fine. I appreciate it. That's why I'm here. I have the dual monitors so that I can make sure nothing
Nothing's
hinky is going.
Untoward.
Yes. Like, do you want to buy followers? No.
No, we don't.
Greg.
Oh
Sitting
dear.
back there grinning like a gremlin.
Uh-huh.
Best friend of me. I bet he doesn't hurt me emotionally.
Just
Only if
psychically.
that's what you want.
Pinky.
Okay.
Happy Pride Month. I'm so sorry, E.
Speaking of, would you like to see what I'm working on?
Yes!
Absolutely. Let's
I
change
have
the
a
subject.
rainbowy sock.
Pretty.
And I didn't
Yay.
realize it was going to be a rainbow when I started knitting it because the outside of the ball looks kind of like fall colors.
Oh.
But it's got the whole rainbow, so I've made one and
Nice.
I'm going to start the other. I just cast it off, so that's why it's got a piece of yarn dangling. But
Pretty.
I made
I
one
love
sock, so I'm going to make the other soon. And
I thought you knitted both socks at the
I
same
was gonna say what happened to
I,
two at a time.
I usually do, but these are the same pattern that I'm doing for my nieces, where I'm doing just a crap ton of single socks.
Oh, that's fair.
Because then they all get mismatched socks because they're of that age generation that likes
Purposefully
mismatching their
mismatched.
socks. But this way I feel okay because they're all the same sock, just in different colors. So I'm knitting exactly the same pattern on the same needles using the same brand of yarn. They're just different colors.
My favorite thing about that is you're like, they're of the generation, and then you have me who doesn't match her socks either.
Yes, well, that's fine.
And I'm like,
I
you're
love you
knitting for my
anyway.
80-year-old dad?
The other thing I've been working on, oh, this is upside down, I guess this is the right way.
Oh, this crazy Scott, this
This
thing.
This shawl, it's getting there. So I've got the pink, the light blue, the dark green, and the navy blue. And
Oh,
gorgeous.
so all that's left is a deep maroon color.
Oh.
And then
So,
I'll be done with
Is this the one that was living upstairs and you couldn't bring it down because there were so many
Yes.
balls?
Yes, but because I finished
Meh,
that
balls.
color
I
section,
knew you were gonna do
I was able to detach 2 of the balls.
Right.
But
Balls.
now I'll take it back
Meh.
upstairs and I'll attach 2 more balls.
Oh my god, the
The
balls.
balls.
That's
all the
too many
balls.
balls.
All the balls.
How many balls is too many?
However many DB's working with there. Or no, Danny. Who's
Whenever
the other D person?
whenever it becomes cumbersome.
Yes. So
Whenever you have to leave the knitting in one place or you'll fuck it up.
I mean, I won't fuck it up, but it's not as easy to transport when you've got 3 balls of yarn attached. And I
Yeah.
could have done the thing where I put it on a little bobbin, but I didn't want to because then I'd have to guess about how much yarn I'm going to need, and I didn't know when I started this pattern. I do know now that for each of those colors I'd need about 8 grams of this specific yarn at the specific gauge. But I didn't know that before.
You didn't
I-
know, and now you know.
People who measure their yarn in grams are wizards.
We've already established that Danny is a wizard. A wizard?
A wizard.
I am a wizard. You know what? I even have a wand now.
Ooh.
Oh.
Greg,
I don't
how
know
do
if
you
I'm supposed
measure
to-
your yarn?
Grams?
You fucker.
Why do you ask questions that you don't want the answer to?
I want him to say a different answer sometimes.
Well, what do you want us to measure it in yards?
I don't
Yes.
know. So
Meters.
here's
if
the
you're
thing.
going to length, it's meters.
No, it's
Danny-
grams and yards because we're stupid like that.
So Danny had I test knitted that hat on Jim Bob Bojangles, Dr. Jim Bob Bojangles, sorry. And in the survey it was like, how many grams did you use? And I went, I don't fucking know.
See, I like being able to do that because it makes it easier
Hi, Danny's
for
mom.
the stuff that I'm going
Danny's
to repeat.
mom.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Sorry for all the cusses.
I'm not.
Sorry for
I'm
the
not.
spice.
She's getting used to it with us. It's okay.
He
Like,
watches
my
several of
my
our
daughter's not
shows.
in the house now. I can fucking cuss as much as I want.
Yes.
Yeah.
True freedom.
I'm soon going to have to watch my language. I'm very concerned about how that's going to go.
Oh, the nibblins.
The nibblins.
Hysterically. It's going to go hysterically.
It is.
It's why Danny won't be doing any shows with me while they're there.
Yes, yes. And actually, speaking of that, we have a couple of administrative things to talk about with our friends online. Yeah. So in 2 weeks, we are not going to have a show because I am going to be doing stuff with the families because I love my family and I don't get to see them very often.
Good.
So I am not going to be doing any of my shows anywhere for a week and a half.
Good.
And then
Treat yourself.
the following 2-week period is going to be July 5th, which is the day after a holiday here. And so we're going to not do anything because life and stuff. And I don't know about the rest of you, but in my neighborhood, people keep setting off fireworks for like a week afterwards, which means that I've got dogs that cannot handle life. And so I have to be pretty much sitting with them on my lap for the duration.
Baby.
Yeah, the firework problem is why we never record redacted reports around July 4th.
Yep.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. So
Summer schedule.
Yep. So we've got this week and then we're off for about a month. Probably a little bit more because we are every other week, but we will be back.
About a month and a half.
We'll be back mid-July. That is the plan.
We'll be back when we good and damn well feel like it.
Yes. And
Go to the Discord.
One last thing, because of all the Twitch kerfuffle, which I don't know if anyone has paid attention to.
Oh, yeah.
There has been Twitch kerfuffle about sponsors and bullshit like that. And
Uh-oh.
I would just like to point out our fibery friend, Tyga Hilliard Designs. And I would like to point out that all of our friends of the podcast, friends of the stream, our fibery friends, are not sponsors. They are not sponsors. They are people that we like. We have chosen to spotlight people that we like to work with. We like to buy their products. We just want to lift them up. We are not sponsored. The only thing we're getting out of it is the same coupon code that you guys are getting. And also we got a Greg to be on the show.
Yeah, can confirm you ended up with baggage.
Might be a good thing, might be a terrible thing.
I did see that Twitch did walk it back.
They have
But
done
still worth
a lot of.
They said they were walking it back. They haven't
actually done it
actually
yet.
changed the policy. But I would just like to
Still
point
worth
that out
pointing out.
so that
Yes.
if anyone says anything, that little logo in the corner that may take up more than 3% of the screen.
It doesn't.
Well, but if you take into account the link and all of that other stuff.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
In any case, that is not a sponsor. We're not making any money off of that. We're just saying Tyga Hilliard Designs are friggin' awesome. And
That's our friend.
yeah.
That's why they're called featured.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I have test knit probably close to 24 designs for her.
Yep.
And sample knit, if you go look at her Ravelry page, which, the link is a little bit off there because the whole beginning part of it is not there. I've just noticed.
Oopsies.
Sorry, guys. I'll fix that in our second half. But if you go look at her designs, you'll see my face on several of the items because
She stole Danny's face.
she liked my knitting, so I said, yeah, go ahead and use it. So
Give her back her face. Sorry.
Speaking of Doctor Who,
I'm thinking of Co the Face Stealer, but okay.
Whatever it takes.
I was just thinking of Face Off with John Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
old
Take
school,
her knitting off.
And on that note, I think we're going to go take our quick break. We're going to refill beverages, get our recording stuff in place, and we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes to be doing some adventuring.
Yes.
All right, so we'll see you guys soon. Hello, and welcome back. This is episode 23 of Crits and Knits. 23! Holy crap, how did we get this far?
A lot of messing around with holes.
We show up
Yippee.
every 2 weeks
Happy
to hit
Pride.
record.
Happy Pride.
It's how numbers work.
23 is one of those numbers you know, right, Greg?
It is. It is.
It is.
And to be fair, it's more than 23 episodes because we had some half episodes.
That's
Yeah.
true. We just had episode not 23 2 weeks ago. All
And
right.
we have 19.5 and 20.5 on the
Oh, yeah.
podcast feed.
We got so
Yep.
many things.
The good ones.
Yeah. Well, who wants to recap what happened last time, which was April 26th?
I'll try. I think Melitha stole from a whole bunch of dead bodies.
Yep.
That sounds about right.
As you do.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Assault came back from the spooky place. We have no idea where Assault went. And we were cleaning up the town.
Yes.
And our kobolds showed up and we gave them a job at the
Yep.
Herder got them to make a door.
a very bad door.
They
but
made a door out of tree branches, but hey, it was a door.
it was a door. You didn't say it had to be a good door.
Well, they think it's
Herder
a
doesn't
great
care.
door. I mean, it's better than the no door.
It's true. That's all I remember, Danny.
That's pretty much all that happened.
Yeah, that really is about all that was. Okay. You all had gone to bed and got a good long rest. And theoretically, you were hoping to head out. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Breakfast first and then head out, but as early as possible.
All right. So you do have breakfast at the tavern, or yeah, the Stout Singer. That's where you've been eating your breakfast since, well, the Golden Frog is still under construction.
It's done. I thought you said it was done, Danny.
It was nearly done. Not quite finished enough for you to eat at yet.
I don't want to keep
Well,
going
and
to Herder's place. Jesus.
Herder's not exactly welcome over there either. So
So you can meet us outside.
I'll wait for you.
Although you did have a nice little chat with Anyatha the other day, and you think you might be able to swing a visit or two, if you paid the dues.
Yeah. Well, Herder could afford that with the stuff he's found in Erasmus's hole. So.
My hole is ever flowing.
I'm glad I finished eating before we started there.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yep. All right. So you have all gathered at the Stout Singer. Herder, your lady friend, is joining you as well for breakfast, as she has been doing most days, it seems.
Has she been just staying the night?
Doesn't have a house yet.
Should we set her up?
Convenient.
She was assigned a place.
She sees it sometimes.
I think Nelitha that we could probably get your girlfriend. She might not be able to cook, but we could make her the oven, right? Like we could have her under the stove, and she could heat everything up. Right?
You do realize that if you ask her that, half of the town will burn to the ground.
I have a talent for not being where danger is.
Yes, we've
also-
noticed.
But also being where the danger is. So it's a real coin flip if I get
I
burned.
was
or
going
not.
to say
Well, it helps when you run toward the screaming.
that's
Yeah.
how we met.
Running toward the screaming?
It was my screaming, but yes.
Scream
well,
a lot.
that sounds like an interesting story, young fellas. We might have to hear that story one day.
You know,
Did you just
Yeah.
call Owen a young fellow?
I mean, compared to you, yeah.
All things are relative.
Was rude.
Look, now all of us are counting an elf.
Or halfling. Some of us are just mere mortals.
We're all
Yes.
mortal. What are you talking about?
Look, there isn't going to be a boat waiting for me to take me to the, some fanciful place when it's time to go.
Well, there
That's-
might. You never know.
Ah,
Depends on
no.
your religion.
Ah, no. Nobody's going to lay out a boat for Erasmus. See, this is one time. Yeah,
Oh,
never mind.
gods.
Never mind.
As you are,
There's 2 more slices of bacon. Who wants the last 2 slices of bacon?
I would, but the doctor told me I should have less bacon.
I'll have Erasmus's.
Here you go, Owen. Enjoy.
Thank you.
so as you are finishing up breakfast, you hear a bit of a kerfuffle coming from that room behind the
Oh.
bar, and then some familiar scurrying of feet. Hey, boss!
Oh, good.
Hi!
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's great. We had a great sleep. That little room
Good.
thing, so weird, but
Yep.
we like it.
You can stay there as long as you need to.
Okay, great. Do you want us to do stuff for you? You're going away, right?
Yes.
Can I be the
I'm going to be
bartender?
leaving with these folks.
That is Corey, by the way, not Mayosu, just Corey.
Right.
Man.
Corey is really good at a lot of things.
I'm so good. And
You
I
know,
can stand on Sue's shoulders. And then I'll be tall enough to see over the bar.
right.
And we only follow her
well-
sometimes.
I think that's a great idea.
Is
Oh,
Sue all right with
hush.
being a mobile ladder?
Oh, Sue? Yeah?
Oh, you cut out
Every
so
cut
time
out
you
much.
do the
hard.
football voice, yeah.
Sue just says, yeah?
Well, look, I'm not going to be here. Hespera is going to be in charge, so you can take it up with her.
Okay. Hey, boss lady. And she
Hespera,
just sort of-
just say no. Say no.
I don't know if we're going to have the bar open or not, but I will let you know. Why don't you focus on sweeping up that place, that big room? There's a lot of rubble and a lot of stones. I need a nice pile of stones. Okay, I can stack stones. Yeah. Okay, come on, guys.
Also, the books that are in the old lair, we need to get all of those transferred as well.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's a great job for them.
That
Okay.
is a great job for them.
yeah. We'll get the books. Oh, but not Sue. Sue can do the stones. You don't want mail in your books, right?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Only on Monday. Maybe
Why are
Monday.
you still covered in mayo?
Yeah.
I like it.
It becomes a personal choice after a while, just
It's like a moisturizer.
It feels smooth.
nope.
God, I'm having flashbacks of having mayo in my hair. Oh.
Wait, was that DB talking or not?
Yes. No, that was DB talking.
Like,
Oh, boy.
Nelson, tell us about this. I didn't know they had mayo in Elfland. I think it was made out of leaves.
Ooh.
Oh.
So Hespera, can you just make sure?
Oh yes,
That-
I'll take care
Yeah,
of them.
you know.
I've got them. Don't worry. I had children. This is just like having children, but a little scalier.
Wait.
Wait, that's what's having children's like? Oh man, so glad I dodged that. Whew.
It
It's
certainly
not.
can be, yes.
Are you sure you dodged that?
Absolutely, I am sure right now that I dodged that.
Oh, and did he dodge that?
No comment.
Oh,
What
was
Erasmus
the
does
egg.
in his free time is Erasmus's business.
That's fair.
fair enough. Well,
Did I lose that?
if not asking, none of my business. If we've nothing else, daylight's a wasting.
True. All right, let's go.
To Glimmerhold.
All right.
Hooray!
Hooray.
It's just like every other adventure I've been on where we're not enthusiastic about the result.
I retired for a reason.
You know,
What was that reason?
A reason?
Look, just let us know if your middle name is Mint Jelly or something.
What?
All right.
Mint jelly? What?
Yeah,
Mint
'cause-
jelly?
Yeah, because she's on the lamb.
God damn it.
wow.
Are you sure you're not a bard?
I don't know if he is or not, but I certainly just took psychic damage from that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty
That
sure.
was- that was-
I ain't
Thank
going
you
to
for the
bar
follow.
colleges. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm not a bard. Didn't go to bar college. That's what you do. You go to bar college, you barred it up.
Not necessarily.
Always.
Do you play any instruments? I could teach you.
No, I'm just good at running my mouth.
That's a bard.
Halfway there.
Bards
Yeah,
and wizards,
I'm going
they
back
just
to
run their
college.
mouths.
It's never too late to further your education.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Are we going?
On the road
Yes.
again.
You are able to gather up your belongings, all your travel needs, and start on the road to Glimmerhold. You are planning
Heard her-
to.
Herder lingers a little bit. A nice hug and such with Hespera.
Yes, nice hug and
What is
such.
this and such?
Oh,
It's an exercise left to the reader.
Yep, whatever Herder decides to
Don't be
do in the
away
middle of the street
long.
in front of all of us, that's on him.
Danny! Didn't like. Nobody
I'll
knows.
come back as soon as I can.
and she gives you a little pinch on the butt as you leave.
Oh, God.
Right back at you.
So it doesn't take you too long to head out of town. You do have to pass the cemetery, where it looks like they have pretty much finished reinterring all of the formerly undead that you had dispatched.
Now, listen, do you have to return any of that jewelry
I
before
don't
we
know
leave?
what you're talking about. You didn't see her do it, so fuck off.
We don't have to have seen it to assume it happened.
We just know.
I am offended. I would never.
Good. I mean, that means you probably did it.
I would never.
Remind me to
I'm
give you a
just
list
saying.
of loot later.
I'm just saying, a person who's as good as hiding you are, there's a reason for that.
If you didn't do it, we'd be disappointed.
It's still just
Well-
staying firmly out of this conversation.
Well, I'm glad to disappoint.
Look, I'm not your dad. You can't disappoint me.
I
You can disappoint me though.
so
Yeah, you
glad
can't
you're not
disappoint
my
us.
dad. Well, Owen, I guess you're just gonna have to be disappointed. I don't know. What are you talking about? What is happening?
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Okay.
Don't worry, I've heard that from Owen so many times.
Makes sense.
This checks out.
After a while, it's just kind of like hearing the breeze.
Jesus.
Water off a duck's back.
So, Owen, this is
Anyway,
a familiar route to you. It was not that long ago at all, that you were on your way to Glimmerwood to take advantage of the Porter Network, although you didn't know it at the time. This time you're heading back again, the same route. It's going to be about a day and a half, 2 days, I think is what we said, to get to Glimmerwood and Glimmerhold.
Sounds-
I was very confused for a moment there.
Yeah.
Although I guess Glimmerhold could be in Glimmerwood.
It could, although No, the forest is further north. I'm looking at my map. But Glimmerhold is going to be probably with the group of you, might be closer to 2.5, 3 days, depending on how things go. You are on foot, not on horseback, so that, of course, is going to make things a little bit slower. Unless you have horses. But we
Nope,
haven't
I don't
just-
do horses.
Yeah.
I
So you tell us about the 5 horses you stole?
Did you nickel?
no, I just think that like Nelitha might have a horse and cart in town.
But would Nilitha have brought those to share with her friends? Her companions, perhaps.
I was gonna say friends is a strong word.
She might be because she wouldn't want to walk.
He is old.
Yeah.
One day, I hope they make some kind of horseless cart, you know? That'd be nice.
That's ridiculous.
Like a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, but like, there's nobody barrowing the wheel though. You know, it just goes. You know, like a magic carpet, but on the ground.
That's crazy talk.
It sounds like something a wizard would invent, which means I trust none of it.
Oh, you damn right. Fuck, can't trust that. Back to these feet.
Or a horse and cart.
No. Have you? You don't know. Horses, they can't be trusted.
Well, we're taking the horse and cart that I own.
Well, sure. You know, I will. We'll have to just, you know, whatever. Fine.
Okay. You
All right.
made no sense there.
It's a horse.
Okay, and why is it that you like hate everything?
I don't hate everything.
It's not him, it's the horses that do the hating.
Mhm.
The horses do not do the hating.
Look, you know, sometimes as an adventurer, you know, you might almost die to like, you know, a demon or any kind of what's not. You never just say, "Oh, what happened? I got my chest collapsed by a horse because it was ornery one day."
I've never had that happen.
Damn horses!
How many times have you had that happen?
More than I got fingers and toes.
What do you do to these horses to make them hate you so much?
I don't know. I think it's because they're jealous of me. That's what I choose to believe, because there's no real good sense or reason for it.
Oh, and is there any sense or reason to it, or is he just extremely unlucky?
He's
In that.
actually extremely lucky. The horses may be jealous.
What?
I'm not sure.
Of what?
Jealous horses.
Don't
of his-
ask. Don't ask. I know.
I am asking.
I know where this will go.
Have you heard the phrase hung like a horse?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes, I generally don't truck in the males of the species, but yes, I've heard the phrase.
And I take it you've never seen Raz in the nude.
I go
Not
out of my way
yet.
to not see other people in the nude if I'm not in a relationship with them, but
These two things are related. I will leave
Noted.
the rest
I-
to you.
Horse
I
jealousy.
love that.
See, it's right there.
Oh.
Horse jealousy.
I doubt that. Erasmus, drop
lie?
it. Let's see.
no,
No!
no.
I certainly what? Is this a challenge? All right, I just
No!
I'm gonna just keep walking.
No! Oh.
Just like hop out of the cart and walk.
Are all the spoons on his armor jingling at this point?
and I use prestidigitation to make a puff of smoke, and I hop out of my armor.
Oh my god.
I love it when we make Danny cry. She's laughing so hard.
And
the
then I just,
best.
you know, I start walking, you know, carrying the armor behind me like it's the Emperor's new clothes. Jingle,
This
jangle, jingle,
is
jingle,
rid-
jangle, jingle.
Not
Owen.
again.
You did this, Owen! What do
I
you mean
did not.
again? You
I did not.
You did!
It was Isolde who kept pursuing the line of questioning.
No. Oh.
Well, Erasmus, I can see why the horse would be jealous.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate somebody finally confirming that the horses are jealous. Because I know I ain't going around getting kicked for nothing.
I'm about to kick you for nothing.
Be careful where you kick him.
No, I will not.
That means you're actually a horse person. I get it.
Like a centaur.
I'm not a centaur.
I knew you were in league with the horses. You're part horse. I thought you were some kind of bird, but you're a horse the whole time. I get it.
A
I'm
bird
not-
horse.
I'm not a bird.
Oh, you're a
horse.
Pegasus.
No. I'm just an elf.
All right, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the
Raz,
song
put
back
your
on.
stuff back on.
All right, fine.
Gods.
I think Danny might be dead.
You have officially killed Danny.
This is good. Yeah.
If you're talking, dear, we can't hear you.
There weren't a lot of words coming out. It's fine.
Makes sense.
That's
Oh.
very fair.
I also
what-
was disappointed in us.
Once Erasmus's dress and assault has gotten the word, she'll come back to the card.
Oh, yeah.
Back in, because she was very much. She is not interested in men. Like, nope, just nah.
Lord. Anyway,
So that's a little bit of lore to add to the books, I guess.
Erasmus is,
guys.
Erasmus is hung like a horse. Assault
No.
does not truck with men.
A horse is hung like Erasmus.
I like it.
There we go.
God.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Oh, what have I done?
We all are asking the same fucking question.
I'm not.
Who said they
I
weren't going
know.
to drop any throwaway lines?
What have you done?
I will yes and
About
anything.
knitting.
Oh.
What have you done, sweet Jesus? What have you done?
Yeah, I will yes and anything. So
I
you
know.
you should be wary.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Well, let's have, who do I want to roll? Owen for starting that. Can roll me a d20.
Oh God, what's happening?
16.
Okay.
Punishment is what's happening.
Yeah.
So the
I deserve this.
We all do.
No. No. We don't all deserve this.
the first half of the first day is, aside from the horse incident, fairly relaxed. It is just traveling. You are on the Pennycross side of the river, and you know that coming up at some point, probably today, you will hit the bridge. It's one of several bridges, but it's the first one, and it is probably the most well-constructed of the three bridges between Pennycross and Glimmerhold. And that would be a good time to cross. But it's taking, a little bit longer than anticipated. Well, honestly, if you think about it, probably about what you anticipated, given the group you're traveling with. So, you haven't run into the bridge yet. It's actually getting closer to dinner time when you come across the bridge. And everyone roll me a perception.
Ooh, natural 20 for a 27.
Nice.
Classic. Go ahead.
14.
14.
Classic Erasmus. 11.
What am I doing?
Perception.
Perception.
Thank
You're
you.
perceiving.
Perceiving.
30.
Fuck off.
Okay. So
19 plus 11.
Nelitha and Owen, you do see something near the bridge. A dark sort of shape as you approach. It's hard to tell because it's getting later in the day and the shadows are a little bit longer than you'd had hoped they would be, but there's definitely something there.
Pull the horse to a step.
All right.
Is it moving?
It looks a little bit of movement. Yeah, with that 30, you can see a little bit of movement. Not a ton, but a little bit.
I'm gonna hold up my finger and like start sneaking towards it.
I'm going to draw my sword just in case.
Okay, Nelitha, roll me a stealth, please.
Okie dokie. 28.
Okay. You sneak up closer. And you can make out two bodies. Two creatures. And as you get a little bit closer, it's a pair of trolls.
Are they undead? They smell gnarly.
Do they have that
Not
patch
later.
on them?
Do they have the patchy patch? That nicotine patch?
Nicotine.
Roll me an investigation with disadvantage because of the conditions.
Conditions?
I mean,
Well, that sucks, because one of those was a nat 20. Investigation. 24. It was a 17 plus 7. I'm sorry.
you think that you see a light patch on one of them, but you can't tell if it is one of those skin graft things or if it's just his natural body coloring.
Cool. Are they doing anything? Are they just chilling like a villain?
As you get a little bit closer, are you getting closer?
Yeah.
Okay. Using that same sneaky, you get a little bit closer, and you can see that one is, it looks like he is trying to wrap a bandage around the other.
Oh no.
And as you look a little bit closer, there's a lot of blood on the ground.
Oh no. I don't speak troll.
Do you speak giant?
No, I speak common, elvish, sylvan, and undercommon.
Okay.
Oh, is there a different way to go around them? I don't want to
Yes, there are other bridges.
bother.
So you could
Okay.
continue down the road and do a different bridge if you'd like.
Okay, I'm gonna go sneak back towards the Frans.
Mhm.
Oh, you
Okay.
hear that? She called us friends.
Only to herself.
DB called you friends, not
Oh.
Nelitha. She has an accent. Okay, so I think that we should avoid those two. They're both trolls. One of them is taking care of the other one who is wounded. I do not want to get into a fight. I think they're just trying to live their life.
I never thought I'd say this about trolls, but do we want to offer assistance?
Do you speak giant?
No.
Does anybody speak giant? Or Trollian?
I mean, some trolls speak common.
I worry that if we go up there just speaking common, that maybe they won't understand us and we just die. Or we kill them, you know?
I was going to say it's much more likely the other way around.
Right. And I think we've done enough killing for a little bit. And there are other bridges.
But this is the good one.
Okay, but trolls.
Well, even if we can't communicate verbally, there are nonverbal ways to communicate, such as approaching unarmed with no armor.
Oh, I'm not taking off. Well,
You don't have to. I can heal.
I pull out my hat of disguise and then look like a person that's not wearing any armor.
Clever.
At least I could go with you. I don't look armed, but I am.
I mean, I will leave this to the discretion of the group. I'm in agreement with Nelitha that if there doesn't have to be killing, that would be good, and also with Owen that this is the better of the bridges, and the other bridges are well out of our way. And if we can offer help, then maybe we should.
Well, it's funny because what got a troll so bad that it's bleeding and needs help in the first place?
Right.
But didn't kill it.
Because they got away?
Because we already know trolls can kind of knit themselves up. So what got it that bad that it's bleeding on the ground right now?
And its friend is trying to wrap its wound.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned. I'm concerned about what makes a troll bleed and continue to bleed. That's my problem.
I mean, we could go try to talk to them. Like you said, some trolls know common. But I don't want to kill them if we don't have to.
Isolde will start deplating out of her armor.
Do you need some help?
Some help would make this go a lot faster. Thank you.
I will help.
In the back are hard to reach.
I will help Isolde get her armor off.
Okay.
I can't tell if we've done something very good or if she's just smirking over there to herself because we're walking into her trap.
You're about to be fucked, Isolde. Armored and everything.
Look, I have a lot of hit points. So if I need to take a hit, I can.
I'll get you away. It's fine.
Owen sits in the driver's seat, like, ready to go if the signal comes.
I'll shoot up a firebolt if we need help.
Okay.
Herder gets his boomerang out.
All right.
All right.
So, Isolde, you're approaching?
With Nelitha.
With Nelitha. Yes, the two of us are approaching.
Yeah.
Looking unarmored.
Yes.
Definitely Nelitha looks unarmored.
I am genuinely unarmored, and I left my sword behind. I do have a dagger on me if I need it.
I could have your sword in my bag.
That's a good point. I also have a bag of holding, I think.
Yeah. So that you're not completely unarmed.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I'll stick my sword in my bag of holding so that if I need it, I can have access to it very quickly.
Okay. All right. As you approach, I assume you're not being stealthy at this point?
No, I think slowly approaching to make sure that we don't startle them, but not stealthy, like, and then surprise out of the darkness.
Gotcha.
Like you do.
Like Nelitha normally does.
So
Death from above!
Death from the darkness.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Then surprise, motherfucker.
they both turn to look towards you, clearly having noticed your approach. The injured one sort of is cradling an arm and glowering, and his arm is bandaged, and the other one stands up, arms up and ready with claws exposed, and just sort of growls.
Oh, we don't want to fight you. We're wondering if you would need some help.
He just sort of stares. And then you hear sort of a guttural, growly, help.
Yes.
I'm a healer. I can offer assistance.
Heal. And he slowly lowers his arms, looks back at his friend, looks back at you. Help.
May I approach to help?
And he sort of stands slightly to the side, still in front of his friend in a very protective pose.
Sure. And I'll glance over at Nelitha. Well, if this goes wrong, and approach carefully, like not making any sudden moves and keeping my hands open and within vision of the protective friend.
I would like you to roll me a persuasion, please.
Okay.
With advantage?
Yeah, I will let you have advantage because Nelitha is standing back and not being threatening.
Thank you.
I'm not intimidating, guys. Look at that.
That hat of disguise works.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. So the one that is injured looks slightly smaller and is making that sort of low back the throat growly noise that a scared dog will make when it's cornered. But it's not shying away from you. It's just sitting there very, very still, holding its arm and not moving, but watching you very closely.
And as I'm approaching, I'm talking quietly. Like, I don't expect them necessarily to understand me, but I am doing my name is Assault. I agree. I am, I serve the goddess LaRue. I'm here to help if I can. And just talking very quietly and soothingly.
The injured one looks up at the other one and says something. They have a little bit of conversation back and forth. And then they both sort of look at you and give a little nod.
Okay. And I'll approach and say, I would like to take a look at the wound so that I can help it close with minimal scarring. May I look?
And they have a bit of conversation again back and forth. They clearly are not understanding a lot of what you're saying. Are you doing anything with your body language?
I'll like gesture at the bandage to ask to have it like pulled away so I can see.
Okay. So the
not like reaching out to them, but gesturing on myself.
The uninjured one is going to go over to his friend and help lift up the arm, and you hear the whimper as the arm moves, and unwrap the bandage, and you see a very jagged and very dark cut. The blood is blackened inside.
Ew.
With my various experiences, does this feel like a poison? Does this feel like a curse? Does this...
It feels more along the lines of a curse than a poison.
Oh boy. Well, lucky I still have a remove curse prepared from Erasmus's run-in with the fucking plate.
Okay.
Who knew it would come in handy twice?
I never use this spell for anything, and then it's twice in one campaign. And I'll look at it and say, all right, I think that I can help make this better. It might sting a little bit, and I'm sorry for that.
All right. They're just waiting because they didn't understand a word of that.
Cool. I will reach out very slowly with both hands to cup one on either side of the wound, and then cast Remove Curse first.
Okay. Do you have to do anything for that?
Remove Curse. At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end.
Okay, so
it's a 3rd level spell, so it's
the troll that you touch makes a yelping sort of whimper as you make contact. This is clearly very painful.
Yeah.
But as you cast that, the dark, crusty, terrible looking blackness in that wound, it almost crumbles away and disappears. And as you're watching, the flesh seems to begin to mold itself together and knit up and close.
Interesting. Does it look fully healed?
It looks like in a few minutes it will be.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on that, still like holding it together with my hands because, trolls might like scars, but if we can minimize the scarring, that'd be good.
Yeah. Are you going to do any healing to it or just watch it and let it do its thing?
I'll watch for a minute just to see how it's going, and if I feel like it needs an extra boost, then I'll add some lay on hands.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check, please.
Sure thing. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Okay.
For a 23.
All right.
Damn.
This is closing up on its own. And
Okay.
before your eyes, it is knitting shut. And it looks, after a few moments, like nothing was ever wrong. And the troll sort of leans back, pulling its arm away, and, is tentatively moving and stretching and looking excited and saying things very, very excitedly, very animated to the other one. And the two of them are talking back and forth. And then they look at you. And they grin with a lot of teeth.
Oh no.
Don't love that, but I'll kind of raise my eyebrows. How you feeling?
The grin is wide. And they talk very quietly amongst themselves for a moment. And then the one that was not injured sort of straightens up and gestures to the road and to the bridge and does a this motion and then takes the other one by the hand and they go under the bridge.
Oh. They're the trolls that guard the bridge.
You think they were a couple?
I do think that.
Yeah, I think I ship them.
If they aren't a couple, I ship it.
Yeah. I will wave to the others.
Okay.
Yeah, but now Assault is very concerned, honestly. Because,
What was that?
I didn't heal. That was a curse.
You didn't heal it.
I didn't heal it. I removed a curse.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, love that. Which makes me think either it was a wound done with a cursed weapon or a curse placed on them.
Is there anything in the area that they were sitting that I could see anything? Any marks of any a different footprints than the trolls or
Are you
any
going
evidence?
to take time to investigate or just take advantage of the fact that they're waving you across without attacking you right now?
I have to wait for them to come.
Yeah, the wagon's a little behind us.
So I want to look while they're coming
Okay,
to
go
us.
ahead and roll me an investigation.
Okay. Don't fuck me. 17?
So there is a lot of blood, a lot. And you know from your previous experience that trolls will regenerate. And so they could have had quite a protracted battle and bled a lot and healed a lot and bled a lot and healed a lot. And it looks like that. The blood is all the same, not very human-like color that the trolls have.
Okay.
And then where the injured one was sitting, there is darker blood, blacker blood that looked like what was on its arm.
Okay.
There are footprints, but they all seem to be sort of obscured by the troll's footprints.
Can I take a sample of the blackened blood kind of thing then?
Sure.
Okay. Great. And then I will get in the cart as soon as it gets closer and we'll go across the bridge.
Okay. You are able to cross the bridge, and once you are across, the two trolls come out again and stand beside the bridge and watch you go.
Wave.
You see them
I
sort of tentatively put a hand up and...
Hey!
Aw.
Okay.
Should have made the
Alright.
breakfast meats.
I think
Oh,
we
it's
should just thank our lucky stars we didn't have a fight.
But they did. And with something that was able to stop a troll's regenerative powers.
All right. What the wound look like?
Bad.
Jagged black blood, and I did no healing. I removed a curse.
So the thing is
Can I roll Kana?
Yes, you can.
the thing is I wonder if it was the same person who raised the dead in our town.
I mean, necrotic energy would certainly be powerful enough to stop regenerative energy.
Right.
23.
23. Okay. It is not a magic that you are familiar with, but much like Isolt said, necrotic magic could very much be used as a counter to the regenerative magic of the trolls. And this is not the first time you've seen trolls being the subject of experimentation because of their regeneration.
Herder is going to pull out from his pocket the Rickle Axker's Pocket Guide to Adventuring 3rd Edition,
Right?
and start thumbing through, which he found in Erasmus's hole. Start thumbing through to see if there's anything in the pocket guide about what everyone's talking about here, because Herder
Adventurers
doesn't
for
know.
dummies.
Necromantic energy, necromancer. Could just be necromancer. It was a curse, you said.
It was something that responded to removing curses, at least.
You know, I mean, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna put my money right now on a mummy.
What? Not a necromancer, a fucking mummy.
No. Hear me out now. Mummies are a type of undead,
Sure.
and they've got a terrible hand thing that makes your body rot. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
It's a curse.
So why wouldn't it have just been, I don't know, the motherfucker that's been doing all this bullshit?
Because necromancers have minions. That's how they operate.
Oh my god. Erasmus.
What? Are you telling me that we have not been fucking around with a necromancer that's had a dozen minions, a dragon, trolls, all kinds of nonsense? He just can't have he can't have a mummy and bad shoes.
A mummy and bat? Are you fucking kidding me?
I wouldn't call the dragon its minion anyway.
No, I would not either.
He was part and parcel of.
He was controlled. There's a difference.
That's a minion.
Sure.
Okay, whatever.
Coercion, threatening, magic control.
Okay.
That's a minion.
Okay, so let's say it was a mummy that cursed the fucking troll. That doesn't explain the army of the undead. I don't think mummies just resurrect armies of undead.
I'm not saying the necromancer's a mummy. I'm saying the necromancer could have one.
But I'm thinking that the necromancer did all of this.
I'm saying the necromancer did all this by way of some minion. That's what I'm saying.
Hey everyone, I found some information in my book. It talks about the average height of the trolls, and trolls can regenerate.
Yep, those are both very important pieces of information.
Very proud of you, Herder.
It's a good book.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
As Isolt is working on putting her armor back on in the back of the
I'll
cart.
help you.
And
Help you
Erasmus,
strap it.
with that role, you also think that you might have a little bit more luck figuring things out if you run across this again. If you try healing before removing the curse, to see if that that curse, whatever it is that was negating the regeneration, also had an effect on healing, not just straight regeneration.
Interesting.
Can't heal through mummy rod. That'd be bad.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna make sure to stand between Erasmus and Nelitha, as Nelitha's helping me with the armor, so that she has to stab through me in order to stab Erasmus.
Your armor is just done a little too tight.
Well, wouldn't be the first time. Just because I don't deal with the male of the species.
No, I understand.
So you travel a little bit further, but it is getting quite late. Well, late for you all. It is, a senior bedtime.
Clock.
And so you decide to make camp for the evening.
Or
Do I have to ask? Oh, or what?
we could keep going and Nelitha could drive longer because she only needs 4 hours of trance.
Because it's like you're cheating or something.
How?
No. The real cheat code is having 2 elves in the party so that
Yep.
they can take watch
Yes.
Yeah.
while everyone else sleeps. That's the cheat code.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So do the rest of you feel like sleeping in the back of the wagon while Nelitha drives her extra 4 hours?
Sure.
As long as I'm able to get armor off so I'm not risking exhaustion, I'm fine with that.
Undo the fucking armor that I just did.
Okay.
It's not uncommon.
So you do get an extra 4 hours of travel. But, Nelitha, you do need to rest. Are you guys going to just sleep in the wagon? Or are you going to use one of your other fun toys?
Is it an open wagon or a covered wagon?
That's a good question. Nelitha, what is it?
Covered.
Okay.
She had a bunch of secrets when she came into town. Are you fucking kidding me?
What do you mean had?
It's not in the wagon anymore. You don't know where they are.
In your house or about your person.
That's a problem.
Nobody needs to know.
Pull your jets, Ham.
So you're just going to crash in the wagon?
Sure.
Okay.
And if Isolde can take the next watch if Nelitha wants to wake her up.
Okay. I'm actually not going to make you roll because this night goes smoothly.
Lovely.
And that is actually where we're going to end.
That's why it went smoothly.
because we're ending for the next month and a half.
We
Because
are.
of clocks.
So you had a good night's sleep after saving a troll and discovering something weird. So that's where we are.
Love that. Love with a capital H.
Yeah, you know.
Hello.
Everything is fine. Hello.
Fine.
Love.
Totally fine. Well, thank you all for joining us again. And check out all of the other stuff that we have going on while we're off for the next month or so. You can absolutely catch up on old episodes. We are almost lined up with where we are in streams with podcasts.
I
Yay!
think we're 2 behind. I'm caught up.
You're caught up.
But I think
But our
release
release is
schedule, I think
scheduled.
we're 2 behind.
So I think
Good,
by the
good
time
job, B.
by the time we're done our
Proud of
break,
you.
we'll be caught up with ourselves.
Hey.
Yeah. So
Be sure to check the podcast because there's those extra bonus episodes.
yes, there's
Yeah.
definitely stuff in the podcast that was not on the stream. So
Yeah.
check that out. Even if all you do is listen to those ones, that's still pretty cool. So check that out. Keep an eye out on all the other stuff that our friends are doing. Greg has his Unraveling podcast, and Tiana has the Redacted Reports and Thirsty Sword Lesbian.
Thirsty Thursday. Yes.
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 Oh my god, no, seriously, on twitch.tv/Quest of Chaos, go check out the session 0 that we did last night. It was absolutely brilliant. I could not ask for a better table. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get into the story with everyone next Tuesday.
It was
so
late on the
excited.
East Coast, and I really did my best to stay awake for it.
I'm really happy that you were there for the time that you were there. Thank you.
I will be catching it when it drops on the YouTubes.
Yeah, but it should be in the next couple of days. It is
Great.
Very, very well worth watching. I had a wonderful time. I was very nervous about things because, we don't publicize our session zeros. So this is the first one, and I'm very pleased with how it went.
Good, yay.
Proud of you.
And what else do we have? Who else has stuff that they want
Fiber
to talk
Friends.
about? Fiber Friends, yes. Don't forget our Fiber Friends. So we have Tyga Hilliard is our current Fiber Friend. Make sure you check out her designs on Ravelry. And again, if you use the code Lanois10, you can get 10% off any one pattern. So check that out. It is definitely worth it to try and use. Yeah. And I am looking forward to having a couple of weeks off. I'm excited to take a little bit of a break.
You deserve a rest, my friend.
Yes, take a break. Everybody come back energized and ready for the next stage of our game. I know that, I think we're all at that point of like, oh, we need like a bit
long
of rest.
Yes.
We
need a long rest.
We need a long rest.
So,
effectively, yes.
Well, we all take our long rest. Enjoy catching up on everything, and we will see you back mid-July. And come hang out in our Patreon, our Discord.
Our Discord.
I dropped the link earlier. I will try and drop it again. But come join us on the Majestic Goose Discord, where we will link to the Crits and Knits Discord as well. So if you're a knitter and not a goose, come find us. It's cool. that was
and that will make sense if you come and hang out in the Discord.
Yeah, it will. It will. All right. Well, that is everything. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.